Welcome everyone, Adam the Woo here. As the recording of this, it is Friday, TGIF, December 15th, 2023. The weather is nice, it's overcast. I want to say it's cool and crisp, but it's definitely not toasty and warm, which I am a fan of anything when it is not scaldingly hot. Tonight I'm going to be doing some Christmas shopping. In fact, my family, my mom, my dad, my sister, who flies into town late tonight, will be celebrating our family Christmas tomorrow, considerably earlier than December 25th, because my sister will not be able to be here on that day. So I'll probably be celebrating a personal Christmas on that day, but as far as the family Christmas goes, we're gonna do it tomorrow. On Thanksgiving, my mom, my dad, and myself, we had lunch over there at that Golden Corral for the buffet. My mom did not want to cook. She said, I don't want to cook, I want to go to a buffet. So we went over there. Tomorrow, she's going to do it up right. She's going to just go all in, make the full meal, the turkey, all that stuff. We're going to open the presents in the morning. I'm going to drive over to their place bright and early in the morning. Well, probably not bright and early because there's storms rolling in to the Central Florida area. So probably won't be a lot of sun tomorrow. In fact, right now, probably don't even need these on because it's starting to be considerably overcast. So I'm gonna do some Christmas shopping today. Also, I'm gonna do a giveaway. Throughout the course of the day, I'm gonna find something to give away on my Instagram, AdamTheWoo on Instagram. All you have to do is leave a comment on what I find and what I post after this video is up. AdamTheWoo, that's AdamTheWoo on Instagram. No questions asked, nothing really. No real rhyme or reason to how to win. Just leave a comment on said photograph of the item. It'll probably end up being a gift card that I purchased while I'm out this evening. And you can win it if you so desire and need it. All you have to do is leave a comment on my Instagram underneath the photo, and I'll decide at random who is going to win it. But I would like to give it to someone who could use it and is interested in the particular item. So if it's something that you're not into, you know, maybe wait till the next one. I'm gonna do some Christmas shopping. I gotta purchase a few things before tomorrow. I'm inviting you to join me for a very early Christmas Eve. It's my family's Christmas Eve, even though it's way before Christmas Eve. Join me. Long intro. Shall you?
Oh dang, speaking of tomorrow, here at Joe's Crab Shack, they have free crab tomorrow. Heck yeah. I mean, it's a clever joke because that mural's always there, because it's like one of those things where they say free beer tomorrow or free something tomorrow, but free crab tomorrow. It's a clever joke. I like it. Unless maybe they are really giving away free crab tomorrow. It'd be pretty dang nice. I'm more into shrimp than I am crab. I do like crab. I like some crab. I think I'm gonna head down to the Osceola Mall. Haven't been there in a long time. Down here near downtown Kissimmee. Traffic's probably got to be a little thick. I probably should have jumped on the toll road, but these are the scenic views of Highway 192. I'm passing mile marker 9. I'm excited. That coffee's kicking in. Oh, wow. All the fences have been torn down over here. It looks like all the construction is done at this former resort that sat here empty and closed off and abandoned for years. Used to be able to not drive up in there. But now it's all accessible. Everything's been torn out. They even gutted the pool. The pool's down. The pool used to be right there. The big welcome center was right there. Right here on Seven Dwarfs Lane. Just past Seven Dwarfs Lane sign. Lot Cop. I haven't been to this Walmart in years. The closest Walmart to where I'm at, this is a little farther down 192 than near where Celebration is. The other one's on 535. I usually go to that one. I used to go here all the time. My roommate Rob and I, back in the late 90s, we lived on Donegan. Might actually drive by the Donegan apartment. Way back in the day, late 90s, into the turn of the century, we would get our groceries here. We'd come in here and get groceries at Super Walmart. Haven't been in here in probably 5 or 10 years. Okay, this is kind of neat. So the parks, they don't have, you go to the Disney parks, they don't have the yellow ponchos anymore, but you can get them here. They did away with the yellow ponchos. Now all the ponchos are clear, kind of similar to these. These are like off-brand ones, but look at this. Mickey rocking it. But if you want the old school yellow poncho, it doesn't have the Mickey logo on it, they have them here at this Walmart. All right, ended up purchasing a few things in here and was kind of nice. I just went back to the electronics department and they bring me up out there and I have to wait in the long line up front. When you do walk up front, there's lots of impulse buys. Like look at this little Santa Claus mug here, this little toy soldier mug. That's not the backside of water, that's the backside of Santa right there greeting everyone as they walk in. A gingerbread trash can. Oh, this is the dollar shop section of Walmart. There's the vision department too, and an American and Florida flag there. Okay, I am going to get a gift card here. And there's an assortment of different ones, but I'm going to go with a gift card over here. I'm going to go with this one right here, and it's going to be a $100 gift card right here. This Holiday Cheer Walmart gift card that someone could use at Walmart. There's going to be $100 on it for the giveaway. All right, moving on. Look at Santa holding a little tiny Christmas tree right there. It's a giant, maybe that's a full-size Christmas tree and Santa's the size of Godzilla. That's what I'm thinking probably. That's a big Santa. Let me see how tall he is in comparison to the entry there. I remember when there used to be a whole arcade section at Walmart. Now there's these little claw machines. They used to have arcade games in here. They used to have like the plugged into the wall over here. Ah, the good old days. I used to work at the St. Cloud Walmart. In fact, I opened the St. Cloud Walmart in the 90s. I used to have Cruisin' USA. The Cruisin' USA game used to be in this little kind of alcove area at the one in St. Cloud, not this one. And on our breaks, the whole stock crew would play Cruisin' USA. We spent like half our paychecks that we were earning for the evening just playing video games on our breaks. Ooh, look at this goo. Slimy, gooey, and stretchy. That'd make a good Christmas gift for someone. Treasure chest down there. And now just down the way a bit, over to the Plaza Del Sol, which used to be the Osceola Square Mall. Hasn't been called that in years, but that's how I remember it. In fact, where this Ollie's Bargain Market is, and this Zara Furniture and Mattress, used to be the original Walmart, the non-Supercenter Walmart. A lot of traffic in the next parallel road over, that's what all that honking is. This used to be the original Walmart before it moved over to the Supercenter that I was just at. Supercenter was kind of a thing back in the 90s. It started to really spring up, especially in the mid to late 90s, where they added the grocery stores to them. But this is the former not Fashion Square Mall, that's a different mall. Osceola Square Mall. And then years later, in the early 2000s, when I still lived in this general vicinity, there used to be a store in here. It was like I don't remember exactly what kind of store it was, but in the back they had a United States Post Office substation, and I would mail out stuff on eBay. I used to sell on eBay way back in the day, and I would mail stuff out of there. It was easier than going to the post office. But when it was a Walmart, all this was the Walmart, and it was attached. That's back when Walmart used to be attached to small malls like this. We used to call it the Small. I think a lot of people who lived in areas that had small malls would just call it the Small. I thought my friends and I were being original by calling it that, but now, since then, I've been to other areas where people will be like, oh, our mall, we called it the Small also. Oh, even the Planet Fitness that was in here years later has pulled out of here too. The Planet Fitness was right here. Oh, look over here. It looks like Santa has a little sleigh over here. Man, this brings back thousands of memory. Oh, the old food court sign is still there. Look at that vintage relic. That like screams like the 80s right there. That old food court sign is still the same. Look at that. I am glad to see that this pizza place is still open. It's been here forever. I've got many slices of pie right here at this place. They also have cheese bread and other things too. I'm getting a couple slices of pepperoni for old time's sake. I don't know, these look pretty good though right here. A little rolled up pepperoni called Zimpoli's. Oh yeah, 2 slices of a little pepperoni here. They serve the finest pizza and specialties. Yep. Food court's been updated a little bit, but the vibe is still the same. All the stores in here are completely different than how they were back in the late 90s. This place is a staple. I've visited a lot of times since, but yeah. Ciano's Pizza, Italian eatery. Check out the Wake Buster. Wake Buster. This thing's been here. This thing's been here a while. And so has this Ross down here too. This Ross has been here for as far back as I can, even back from the Walmart days. Back here, the far end used to be an arcade. There was an arcade here for many, many years. Inserted a lot of quarters into machines. This place that's like an alterations place. Santa's over there in the corner. Was an arcade. And this place called Innovation Beauty and Spa right here. That used to be a CD and cassette tape store. And back in the mid-90s, I purchased a lot of cassettes there, and then when CDs started to get kind of popular, a couple of years after the mid-90s, I bought a lot of CDs in there too. And here's the old movie theater, one of the two movie theaters. There was one here, and then there was another one across the way where I'll drive over to, over there. Get Fit Nutrition has taken over the back half of the old arcade. But I used to pull up here. This is probably, gosh, 92, 93. I'd pull up here, because I moved here in 91 when I was 17, got my driver's license when I was 17. Drive up here, park out here, go in here, go to the arcade, walk in here, go to movies inside this building right here. And I'm drawing a blank on what the name of the theaters were, but there were two of them. I think they were called the Osceola Twin Theaters. I think it was something like that. They have repurposed this building, but last I saw, the other part of the Twin complex, which was over there, was just sitting there empty. You know what? It might have been torn down. Over there, I'm going to drive over there when I head out of here. Man. This brings back some serious memories. I own a couple of my first dates in there. I can't tell you what movie I saw, but yeah. Freshly had my license, had a car, there was a movie theater. Ah, good times. Called Plaza Del Sol now. No longer the Osceola Square Mall. No longer the small. Man, I would walk, this just brings back so many memories, walking in here and going over here and buying cassettes and CDs right inside there. I don't even know what the name of the store was. Specs, maybe? Or music? I don't know, music something. Jewelry claw machine right here, the jewelry box claw machine. Look, in the jewelry claw machine, they have Harry Potter. They have a Harry Potter DVD down in there as well. Oh, they have a post office substation here too. It's in a different spot than it was before. Take a look at this. Yeah, that's pretty neat. A bunch of mannequins in this shop. A very unique architecture. The roof all still looks the same as it did back then. Just a different name. The mall's changed names. Oh yeah, I forgot they created this thing called the Marketplace at Plaza Del Sol through here. So they kind of did the theming of all the different storefronts in this section. And they got a Christmas tree up too. So all this property right next to the mall used to be Fun and Wheels. This is back in the 90s also. And they haven't developed Fun and Wheels property into anything else. There's some over there, but this whole plot right here used to be Fun and Wheels. Now I'm gonna go by the second part of the theater, see if there's anything, see if the building's still over here. Curious to see if it is. Looks like they have it all fenced off now, but it's still back there. Lurking in the shadows back there. Saw some movies in there too, just depending on what you were seeing. It's playing on either theater, the one that was detached from the mall or one that was at the mall. This apartment complex right here, it's called Laguna now. It used to be called something else. I lived here for a year. 2002 into 2003-ish, I believe it was. Yep, I live right here. We're working at Office Max across the street. Office Max now is Planet Fitness, I believe. This is the way I would walk to and from work. During that time, I did not own a vehicle. At least a good portion of the time I lived in here, I didn't have a vehicle. But it was right here on the right-hand side. This top corner apartment. Right there. That was my apartment and my girlfriend at the time's apartment. 2002, 2003-ish, right there. Wow. Man, I'm still really sad that the Japanese steakhouse Osaka never reopened. It tried to reopen after 2020, but they ended up closing for good. That place was a staple of this area. I ate there many times. Planet Fitness used to be Office Max. Worked there 5+ years. 5 or more years. The front door is now here, but it used to be right here where these poles are. Those are the same poles. And this pawn shop, I believe it's a pawn shop now. You can still see the drive-through window there from when it used to be a Fazoli's. Man, I miss Fazoli's. I mean, there's still some around, but not really in these parts. Yeah, it's an Insulone place now. Yep, the old Fazoli's building. Ate many a meal inside. Had many unlimited breadsticks inside those windows. The Big Lots over there used to be a Publix for a short while, and the Publix moved to a different spot. And this used to be a Kmart converted into a Big K, which is basically their attempt at being a super Walmart. Worked here for a little while. Worked at the other Kmart, corner of Simpson Road and Highway 192 for half a decade, 5 or 6 years. I worked a lot of places for 5 years. A lot of retail places. But sometimes they needed help here, they would say, go work at the Kissimmee store. The deep in Kissimmee store. So I'd show up here. But most of the time, I was over at the other one on the corner of Simpson. I might pop in that Big Lots. I don't know if I've been in that Big Lots since it changed from Publix to Big Lots. And then I'll go by the Donegan residence. I used to live on Donegans didn't live there. The name of the road was on Donegan. And I lived in that apartment for many years. There used to be a Hooters right there. In fact, I lived at a house. When I moved out of that apartment I just showed, I used to live in a neighborhood across 192 over there, one of the oldest neighborhoods, first neighborhoods built in Kissimmee. Kind of an old house. Moved out of the apartment, lived in that house. And you can see across the road, you can see the Hooters over there. Got a lot of ties to this area. I've lived in a lot of places and worked a lot of jobs in Osceola County, which is the county of St. Cloud, Kissimmee. All that general area. It's kind of started off as a Christmas shopping video and turned into a walk down memory lane for me. Obviously I can't show what I'm buying, you know, for obvious reasons, but welcome to your community Big Lots. They really do not want anybody driving up here. There's some big old stanchions here. The Christmas trees up front. I like Big Lots. It actually used to be a lot less inexpensive. I mean, a lot of places used to be less expensive, but yeah. Soothing sounds of sirens. Now, this time of the year definitely remembers back, I want to say, fondly on my retail years. A lot of good memories working retail. I worked at Winn-Dixie, I worked at Publix, I worked at Walmart, worked at Cash and Carry for a very, very short time, worked at Office Max, worked at a feed store, worked at a lot of retail for a couple decades. And definitely the worst part, the stressful part, was during the holidays. So you gotta give a little love to the retail workers during the holidays, because it is hectic. It's weird that this whole place is just sitting empty. Just not even been utilized. Been probably empty 20 years, maybe even more than 20 years. This empty Kmart. Not a lot of Kmarts left. I don't know if their downfall happened because they tried converting into the Big K, which was like a super center type of thing with the grocery store. In fact, one of the last things I did at Kmart, the 5 years I worked there, I was the grocery manager over the grocery department when the Big K conversion happened at the other Kmart down the corner of Simpson Road. Ah, yes. Good times. Check out the garden center. Used to be the garden center. Now it's just basically a pathway around the side here for people to connect from 192 over to the back road around it. Oh, look at this. Now, Walmart, they call it the TLE, Tire Lube Express. Kmart also had their version of the mechanic shop. There's the old mechanic doors. Forgot about that. The one on the corner of Simpson, the one I was at most of the time, didn't have that version, but they have the one here. Always sirens around this area. Soothing sounds of sirens. The 7-Eleven here on the corner of John Young and Donegan. Not only did I get a lot of fuel and gas here, but I also would go up here late at night on my nights off, because I work third shift at Office Max. So on my nights off, I would play video games and walk up here at like 3 in the morning to get food. When you work third shift somewhere on a stock crew, on your nights off, you know, your 2 nights off a week. Also, I lived in this apartment right here on the right. Got the Christmas lights up on it. That was it. Well, above it. It was above the one with the Christmas lights on it. When your night's off, you just couldn't sleep because you were so used to being awake all nights, all hours of the night. Thankfully, that 7-Eleven was open 24 hours. I remember I got the Sony PlayStation. I played Diablo. Maybe it was Diablo 2. I think it was the original Diablo for hours and hours and hours and days on end. Also, I don't think this car wash over here is working at this gas station. It's like someone's just using it for parking. There's like a car in there. It's all coned off. Yeah, it's like a parking spot now. It's been kind of a hectic week. Just for preparing to move. We'll be moving soon. Taking care of some personal stuff like that. Also doing some shopping, preparing for the holiday. The seasonal stuff. Everything will pan out soon. I appreciate you watching. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you in the next video. The vlog is look, kids, Big Ben, Parliament. Big Ben, Parliament. The vlog is over.